Hi everyone, I've been watching a little bit of TikTok recently. When I say a little bit, I start watching it just to get rid of the little number notifications on my home screen. And then 45 minutes later, I realise I'm still watching. I got bored of hearing about the same products over and over again, so I thought I would bite the bullet, actually buy them and try them out for a while and let you know how I think about them. So as you can see, I have a bare face. I am going to be applying these products whilst I talk about them. Let's get on with it. There's a lot to get through. So if you're new here, hi, my name's Gemma. I upload new content on YouTube every single week. If at some point in this video you're finding it helpful or entertaining, you're feeling the love from the comment section, I would love it if you would click on that like button, the subscribe button, and also the notification bell. Let's dive into the first product. This is the ELEMIS Pro-Collagen Cleansing Balm. Everybody was raving about this on TikTok, saying that it just removed every little bit of scrap of makeup effortlessly. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first tried this, I thought it was mediocre. Yeah, I think it's nice. It's a lovely consistency. You can definitely tell the amount of oil that is in this product because it sometimes tries to separate. It's a very slippery product. Feels nice on the skin, but this is pungent. The amount of essential oils that are in this product. I mean, I'm holding it here and I can smell it already. It's whiffy. The smell put me off a little bit, even though it's a nice smell. And when I first tried it, it did not remove my waterproof mascara. In fact, this is a definite double cleansing balm. However, I've been using this on and off now for around about a month and a half, maybe 6 weeks or so. It grew on me. The first time I used the product, I wasn't using the little cleansing cloth that comes with it. I mean, this cleansing cloth probably cost me £15. Used with a cloth, makeup comes off effortlessly, and it also removes my waterproof mascara. But the main kicker for me was how this made my skin feel after I removed it, because I suffer from really dry, flaky, sometimes itchy patches of skin, especially around this area here because of my tretinoin use and also the fact that I am constantly hormonal, much to my husband's distaste. And this just used with the cloth, massage a little bit of this into the skin, and yes, I have just poked myself in the face with my nail. Ow! It removes all of that dead skin, soothes the skin whilst not using anything aggressive on the face. You're simply just massaging it in, softening that dead skin and removing it with the cloth, and my skin just feels ultra soft, really smooth and really nourished. And it's just a cleansing balm. Some of the superstar ingredients in here, this has got shea butter, sweet almond oil, oat kernel oil, beeswax and glycerin, to name but a few. If you can push the boat out and you want to spend a lot of money on your skin, then this is a lovely, lovely brand. Do I think it's worth it? No, it's overpriced, but it's lovely. Let's talk about the next product. Now, this is the Embryolisse Multi-Functioning Nourishing Moisturizer. This is supposed to be a moisturizer, a makeup primer, and a moisturizing mask. You can also use this to remove your makeup at the end of the day, or so it says on the website. I haven't used it that way personally. As a moisturizer, I'm all for it, but most people on TikTok are using this over the top of their SPF, and that makes me a little So the consistency of the moisturizer isn't as thick as I was expecting when I first tried it. So I was expecting something more like the Magic Cream from Charlotte Tilbury. This is a much looser consistency. It is still as emollient and also as occlusive. So this contains paraffinum liquidium, which is not petroleum. It's an isolated portion of petroleum. It's very, very pure, completely safe to use. I know a lot of people are a little bit squeamish about using that particular ingredient. I personally am not. I'm not judging you though if you are one of those people, so you use whatever skincare that you want. This also has really emollient and occlusive ingredients, really hydrating ingredients, also aloe in there to soothe the skin. It does include a fragrance though. If you do have sensitive skin, or you're really opposed to using what is essentially the cosmetic grade of mineral oil, then they do a sensitive skin version which instead of mineral oil, it includes shea butter, and it's also fragrance free. So that is definitely one to try if you don't like this one. I am not going anywhere today. I'm not stepping outside the house, so I don't mind using this over the top of my SPF, which I have on anyway, even though I'm not going out. Now this is fragrance, but I don't think it's overly fragrant, so you can't smell it massively. And it's not one of those products that I can still smell when it's on the face. It dissipates very, very quickly. Now this does smooth out the skin. I completely understand why people want to use this as a primer because it's very, very smoothing, and some of it does sit on the surface of the skin. But the reason I don't like it over SPF is I am having to massage it quite a lot to get it onto the skin. And you can argue that I apply foundation, skin tints and whatnot over my SPF, but I tend to dab using a brush rather than swirl to keep my SPF intact. I do like this, but again, underneath my SPF rather than over the top. I've gone on about that for way too long. Let's move on. For foundation, I was actually enticed to buy a couple. I'm only going to put one on in this video, but if you would like me to do a standalone review on the Rimmel Kind and Free foundation tint, please let me know in the comment section and I will be happy to do that for you, because today the foundation that I've opted to wear is from Be Perfect, which is actually Superdrug's own brand, but I believe you can get this in quite a few places now, although it's sold out in a lot of shades. This is the Chroma Cover Matte Foundation. I was instantly, even before I bought this, I thought, I'm not gonna like it. Not gonna like it. It's full coverage and it's matte. And a lot of people were saying that it's seriously matte. I just thought, dry skin, really matte foundation, not for me. So I bought two shades in this. I bought 1W or W1 and I bought N2. N2 is a great shade match for me. So let me show you how much you get in one pump. And I am not going to use that entire amount. Just going to pat that on. So you can see immediately with only the tiniest bit, I am trying to be as sparing as possible. This has really good coverage. And you can also build this up. Look at that. Wow. The problem that I have with this goes on really nicely. I'm not quite sure if I'm using the wrong skincare underneath this, but considering that a lot of people said that it was too matte for them, I can't get this matte enough on my skin. By the end of the day, this looks messy. It's extremely shiny. Even my mum mentioned it the other day, how shiny my skin was. And I'd probably only had this foundation on for around about 8 hours. That is not the overall consensus. Maybe it's just my skin at the moment. I have absolutely no clue. So this comes in 36 different shades. It's got hyaluronic acid, vitamin E in here as well. It's also got a really high talc content, which is why I can't understand why I can't get this matte enough, because surely if it's got a lot of talc in it, it should be extremely matte and also extremely drying on the skin. And I don't find this drying on my skin at all. It does have a fragrance, but it doesn't have any alcohol in the formula whatsoever. You have to be so sparing with this, otherwise it looks incredibly heavy. So be warned if you are wanting to try this out. The coverage is amazing. I mean, I have a full lot on my face and look how much I have left on the back of my hand. This product is going to last a really long time. So this is definitely more matte than it has been in previous days. You can still see a lot of shine on the surface, but I think it must have been the skincare, because I do wear a lot of hydrating, glowier skincare items, and today's the first day that I've tried it with the Embryolisse, so maybe it's that. Oh, no! Oh, do you know what? I've been waiting and waiting to use this brush in a first impressions. So cross with myself. This is the Beautiful Taste brush, and I was supposed to apply this foundation with this brush. So frustrated with myself right now. I'll use this in a different video or update you in a future faves and fails how I feel about this. This has been waiting for about a month on my desk, waiting for me to use it in this video, and I forgot. Just to let you know, this is the softest brush imaginable, and I'm a little bit dubious about whether I'm gonna like this because it's big, and I'm not so keen on big brushes on my face, but we'll try it out, but not today. Let's talk about the next product. This is the Color Wow Dream Coat. I didn't realize this was going to be as difficult to use as it was. I am not ambidextrous, so I find it really, really difficult to use a brush in one hand and a dryer in the other. You have to use heat on this. It is activated by heat, so you're supposed to drench the hair in the product, really pull the hair taut with a brush and use heat to activate it. It is supposed to get your hair really sleek and smooth and shiny whilst protecting it from heat and humidity and frizz. So it's also supposed to be really long lasting. You're not supposed to have to use this every single day. This will last 3 to 4 washes in your hair before it disappears. I'm frustrated with myself that I don't have the skills. Okay, so I've just applied a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes. We're going to move on to brows while I'm waiting for that to dry down. So this is the Honey Glue Original Super Hold. It looks a little bit like beeswax. It's got a little hole in the middle of it, which baffles me slightly. I know how you're supposed to use this, but it's a little bit finicky. You need to activate the product by wetting it with some sort of spray. So I'm just gonna spray that down, really drench it actually, because there's a couple of times that I've used this where I've not wet it enough. And then I'm gonna take the brush that comes with the product. Now I've bent mine over. You don't need to bend yours over if you don't want to, but once the product is wet, you can stick it in the hole and rub it around. Now, I would prefer it if the hole wasn't there. I just want to be able to, you know, massage it on the top of the product rather than putting it in the hole. Sorry, really immature. I don't really like the smell of this one. In the original, they do have a strawberry one, I believe. I think they also have a raspberry one. This one smells of bubblegum. It's not my thing. So it starts to lather up when you've massaged it. Once it's done that, you can brush off any excess on the sides of the jar and then apply it into your brows. Now, this is white. It is supposed to dry clear. And once I've got the brow gel in position, I like to go in with a completely clean spoolie and get those in place so that I'm not applying any more of the product. Because this is so wet, I really should have done my brows before I've done my foundation, because now I'm going to need to touch up a little bit. This does have really good hold, but now I've used the e.l.f. Brow Lift. That's what it's called. Now I've used the e.l.f. Brow Lift, and I've used a product that doesn't need activating and does have great hold. I just don't feel the need for this one anymore. It does have really good hold though. The difference is, however, that this dries down and goes extremely stiff, a little bit like you've sprayed hairspray on your brows, so it will go rock solid, whereas the brow lift doesn't tend to do that. So it depends on what your preference is, I suppose. I am just incredibly lazy, as we know. So having something that I can just use without having to wet it down is going to be my preference. But this is a great product, and if you do like that laminated look, you are definitely going to be able to get it with this. So you can see already I've just applied this, and you can see it's white in my brow, but then when it's finished, you can see it's clear again. So it does dry down really clear. I do like it. I just often don't have the patience to use it in the morning. Before I set my under eyes, let's try another Pink Honey product. This is the Bronzing Face Frosting. I've got the wrong shade in this. I already know I've got the wrong shade in this because I've been trying it out for the last week. This, I think, makes me look like I'm slightly bruised. It's very, very yellowy in undertone. So this is the shade Buttercream, but if I've got it right, I think the correct shade for me would be Milky Mocha. Don't quote me on that though, because I haven't tried it out, but I do know that these come in lots of different shades. It's just, if you're wanting to try these out, completely sold out absolutely everywhere. That's how much hype is surrounding this product. So I'm gonna use my REPHR 19 brush. This is a cream bronzer. You can either put it on before foundation or after foundation. I don't think this is dark enough, especially with a full coverage foundation, to apply this underneath. I would need a darker version of this. I'm just going to apply it to the perimeter of my forehead and also cheekbones. It's way too warm for a contour shade, but we'll give it a go. Being very, very gentle with where I'm putting it. It's very, very soft, extremely soft to apply. This is gonna go all in my hairline. I really need to get a headband. Look at this, I look ridiculous. It does look bruisish, doesn't it? I think it does. But we're going to run with it. Like I said, I'm not going out today. So it looks very, very tangerine bruise. Bit of a yellow thump to the face. And I'm going to take another brush. This is my BK Beauty 101 brush. And it is great for stamping this product in. These are lovely brushes. Effortless to blend in these. And I'm just stamping on top of the bronzer to blend it. See, I don't know what all the fuss is about this product. I've tried lots of cream bronzers in my time. Please don't laugh at me. I know I look ridiculous. That I prefer more than this one. It just shows to me the power of social media when everybody gets on the bandwagon talking about one product. It's done its job. It's made me buy it. Am I impressed? It's okay. So this is £16.50. £16.50, I wouldn't pay it. I think there are better, even more affordable bronzers that are better. I am gonna have to tone this down just a tad and I'll be back. So I've just applied a little bit of my RMS Beauty Dimension Hydra Powder Blush in the shade Mai Tai. I was not influenced to buy this via TikTok. That was Charlotte Holcroft's fault. I blame her entirely. So let's move on to a little bit of mascara. Now, a lot of people have been talking about this mascara, and there were a couple of people in the comments section when I was talking about mascaras the other week that also mentioned this mascara. So I was really pleased that I'd already picked it up and been using it. This is the Avocuddle mascara from The Beauty Crop. So it's a green tube, and this is supposed to be nourishing for your lashes as well as creating length and volume. The wand is right up my street, really quite thin, not too bushy, very easy to use, grabs the lashes. It's an ultra black formula. So this is a lovely mascara. This is one coat of mascara. It's really nice. My lashes are fluttery. They're slightly longer, not masses of volume there, but I like the hydrating elements that this mascara brings to the table. This is not going to hold a curl though, with it not being a waterproof mascara. The only mascaras that work for me for really holding that curl all through the day are waterproof mascaras. And yeah, this one you will see a drop in the curl as the day goes on. In fact, whilst I've been talking, I've noticed that they're not as stood on end as they were when I first applied it. This also stays slightly damper, slightly wetter for longer. The drying time is longer than other mascaras that I've used in the past. So you do have to wait a little bit longer between coats. If you can cope with that, this is a lovely mascara. I'm not overwhelmed by it. I don't think it's the best thing ever, but it's beautiful. It's nice. Okay, last product to test. I No idea why I've bought this. This is from Clinique and it's the Almost lipstick and it's in the shade 06 Black Honey. You may remember that a few months ago everyone was talking about this. It was back from the dead. So I thought I would give it a go. Gosh, it looks very, very dark. This is supposed to be one of those lipsticks that's like a lip balm, glides on and changes to your perfect lipstick shade. Is it? Have I got that right? I might be completely wrong. Just get rid of all the foundation on my lips first and then go in. Huh, okay. This is really quite cool toned, which is not for me. Let's just take a lip liner and give me a bit of shape. I had no idea what colour this was going to turn, so I didn't line my lips beforehand, but my lips do need lining to give them a bit of definition. Okay, so my lips are lined. Let's give this another go. Still don't like it. Sorry, no, it's a no from me. I'm sure this will look absolutely beautiful on somebody else, but it's just not really my thing. I tell you what I do love though, I love the feel of this. It's a thicker balm, but it is definitely not sticky. I may try a different shade of this because it feels really nourishing and hydrating without being loose on the lips. It's become one with the lips. Doesn't feel like it's gonna slide off. I love the feel of this, just the colour isn't for me. No, pass. So let's go through the products one by one. I will let you know my thoughts, whether these are, in my opinion, overrated or whether they are absolute gold dust. The ELEMIS Cleansing Balm, really didn't want to like this. I think you've all grasped that I really do. Will I buy another one? Time will tell, but I do think it's lovely. Pungent though. Really strong. The Embryolisse moisturizer slash primer, moisturizing mask, and also makeup remover as well. I think it's a lovely moisturizer. I won't be using it as a primer for the reasons that I've already spoken about at length. So nice. The Be Perfect Chroma Cover I think is slightly overpriced for what I would use it for because I don't usually wear a really full covered foundation often. However, it's good value for money in the sense that you really only need half a pump of this. I think it looks really nice on my skin. It does go very, very shiny on me throughout the day though, which I do not understand. So nice. Both of the Pink Honey products for me are completely and utterly overrated. I have no idea why everybody is raving about both of these. Obviously, I got the wrong shade in the bronzing cream, which set me off on a bad path immediately. But still, I think there are better alternatives that are more affordable. The Revolution product, for a start, absolutely love. Much more affordable. Yes, there are less shades to choose from, but I still prefer it. The Pink Honey Honey Glue. Let me just zoom you in on my face for a second because I noticed this as I was doing my blush. Is it on this side? Might be on this side. Can you see how round my brows my foundation has congealed a little bit? Like it's mixed with my foundation and it's gone very, very thick. I have a feeling that that is going to look worse throughout the day. Maybe I applied too much of this, maybe it's application error rather than product error, but I do think it's a bit of a faffy product that you have to activate. Again, I think there are better versions of this. The Westbarn & Co. I think is better than this, so overrated in my opinion. The Avocuddle mascara from Beauty Crop I think is a really nice mascara. Do I think it's revolutionary? Do I need 5 in my collection just in case I run out? No, but it's nice. It's okay. It's not worth the masses of hype, but it's £10, and for £10 I think it is overrated for me. Sorry, overrated. The Colour Wow product, if I could learn to use this properly, I think I would probably really like it, but at this moment in time, I can't use it, I don't have the skills, so that's a no from me as well. There are a lot of no's in this. What is wrong with me today? Again, a no is the Clinique, what is the name of this product? Because it doesn't actually have it written on. The Clinique Almost Lipstick. I love the feel of this. I am gonna buy it in a different shade, so I suppose this is a yes from me, just not this shade. 06 Black Honey does not suit everybody. Like it says. And I know Clinique didn't come out with that statement. It was something that grew on either YouTube or TikTok. I'm not quite sure which one, but I don't agree with it. Is that it? Yes, I think it is. I don't think I've missed anything out. That is it for this video. I really hope you found it helpful. Have you heard of any of the brands that featured in this video today? The reason I wanted to get my hands on some of these products is because I'd never heard of the brands before and everyone was raving about them. So if you've tried them before, if you've heard of them before, do let me know in the comment section. Do you completely disagree with my opinion? Do let everybody know your thoughts and feelings. Also, let me know the sorts of products that you'd like me to be reviewing in the future. If you have any specific products you want me to review, do let me know in the comment section as well. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and hope to see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.